Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be replacing the steering wheel on our Cobalt 292 boat. I've got two steering wheels from Gussi that I ordered. I'll show you what the difference is. They're both the same style, slightly different colors. And I'd already replaced the steering wheel with a newer style on this boat once before, a couple years ago, but these came out and I really wanted the updated look. So if you want to know how to replace your steering wheel, keep watching. While I'm at it, I'm going to replace these two Cobalt DB652s. I got a brand new pair right here. They've been fantastic speakers, but I think the kids poked and prodded at them. The ones inside the boat have been awesome, flawless, no problems. But these two, they sound okay, but the cones are smooshed in, so I'm gonna replace both of them. This is the steering wheel I've got on here right now. It's another Gussi steering wheel. It's an updated style. I actually really like this one. It's like a bronze color, like a gunmetal bronzish color. It's got the black on the outside. Looks really good on here, but I'll show you the new style once I get them out of the box. I really like the new style. You guys tell me what you think. Depending on what kind of steering wheel your boat has on it, you've got to get to the center. You've got a big nut in the middle that holds this on. Sometimes it's just the cover you pop off. Sometimes it's like 5 or 6 little Allen heads that you got to take off to take that center cover off. In this case, we've just got these 3 Allen heads. All right, man, you got this.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't got that.
Here, I'll help you loosen them up and then you do them, all right? All right, all yours, man. Center cover is off, and that's all that's under there. See, it's a nut that holds this thing on. It's usually a keyed shaft with a nut on it. Now, my son finds the socket that's the right size. I think that's a 19, just by looking at it. But what you want to do is take the steering wheel and straighten out the drive. So have somebody go in the back and look at what direction your out drive is pointing in and turn the steering wheel until it's completely straight. Now that we've got it pretty much centered, we're going to hold it in place while we remove that nut. It is a 19 millimeter, so grab yourself a deep socket. 19 millimeter, that's not a deep socket, bro.
No.
We gotta get a deep socket. And then remove that. You might have to struggle with it a little bit if it's the first time your steering wheel's ever been off, so don't be surprised if it's on there pretty snug. There should also be a washer there. You wanna remove that washer, keep it handy. Now you see that this particular steering wheel has multiple spots for the key, and your steering wheel may or may not, might just have one spot for the key, but this is more of a universal steering wheel for any keyed shaft on a boat, mostly for Cobalts, but there's a lot of other boats that'll fit too. Fit some golf carts too. Anyway, so we're gonna pull this guy off. All you wanna do is grab one hand here, kind of rock back and forth and pull it off. Again, if your steering wheel's never been off, it might be a little bit tight, take your time. It may not come off in one yank, and you may have to rock back and forth several times. Here, 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 and on either side here and here until it wiggles its way off. Oof, you know, that gave me a little bit of a fight. Even though this thing's been off before, that was on there really snug. So what I did was use the tilt button right here. If your boat has tilted it all the way down, and sat down in the chair, put my feet up against there and use that as leverage and just rock back and forth until it came off. So make sure you don't lose this key right here. That's what I mean when I say key this thing. Make sure it stays in the slot. Got the cover back on this old one. I'm gonna put it away in a box in case anybody wants it. Let's go check out the new ones. You guys let me know what you think of them. There's the old one. Getting one out of that box. Came with a nice Gussi steering wheel cover. Here's the other one. And they're both the same style. I'll show you the difference. Okay, just looking at them, I know which one I'm gonna use, but here's this one, right? Really nice, anodized bronze looking color. Here's this one, much thicker steering wheel. Very slight difference there, much heavier. That's probably about 30% heavier, maybe 50% heavier. And here's this one. You can tell they're both the same style, right? I don't know if you can tell in the video. This one is black all around, and it has yellow stitching on the inside. I ordered these on the seller on eBay that always has these in stock. I'll put a link to his store down in the description. If he ever has Gussi steering wheels in stock, they're on his eBay store. So anyway, this one's black, has chrome and yellow stitching. This one is like a brownish color, It's not an exact match to the tan in the boat, but man, it looks really good up against it. So it's brown and two-tone. It's got white on the inside. No stitching on the inside, right there, you can see. So it's wrapped, and then they meet here in the middle. I think the stitching is on the inside. If you've ever done upholstery work, I think you know what I'm talking about. Then you've got the same chrome and the same black anodized sections underneath right there. So what do you guys think? Which one would you use? I think this one definitely looks more sporty, and it fits the boat color scheme well. This one, the yellow stitching really throws it off, but even black, there's not a lot of black inside the boat. You can see it's mostly, you know, the very light color, almost white. Then you've got the tan color, and then the green pinstriping, the kind of brownish tan looking vinyl along the dash and the trim work. There's no black. I guess there's the black accents in the floors. A lot of boats have black steering wheels, so it wouldn't be unusual, but this one looks awesome. What do you think, A? A, B, or C?
Or.
Or?
Mm-hmm.
There's no or. Or would be like right there.
Or.
Like, no steering wheel? Just this little spot?
Yeah.
Now when you're putting the steering wheel back on the column, those keys, this guy right here, they have a tendency to want to pop out, slip out if they're not perfectly lined up. So kind of position the steering wheel onto the shaft and then come along right around behind it and just hold the key in place with one finger as you slide it on until it goes on, and then once it does, then you can push it back. Now from the front, just grab on either side of it and just push in. Wiggle instead of wiggling and pulling out, wiggle and push in. So wiggle and push it in best you can. Now that it's on, I don't think I like it. The brown not matching, being a little bit different, not a big deal, but that white is just too white. As white as this is, it makes that like off-white color look dirty, even though that's just the color, it's not dirty. I guess it matches the gel coat, but that's way too white. What do you think, man?
Too white.
Too white. Okay, so we put the cover on. I'm gonna back up and let's see what it looks like. What do you guys think? Does it look out of place compared to the other one? Does the other one look better? It's kind of growing on me. What do you think, A?
Oh, it's better with the cover thingy.
What do you mean? Oh, with that little center cover?
Yeah.
So between this one and this bronze one, which one?
This, if the white wasn't as white.
It is what it is, though. So that or that?
That looks too sporty.
Looks too sporty?
I don't know.
You think the black one with the yellow stitching would look weird?
Yeah, it's not yellow.
Should we throw it on real quick?
Sure.
Okay, here's the other one. Black. I think the black one actually looks really nice. It's just this yellow stitching. Let's take a wider angle view. Okay, Aiden, what's your assessment?
Brown one.
This one?
Yeah.
Not the brown one?
No.
Even though it's got yellow on there?
The yellow doesn't match though, just like the white.
I mean, the yellow's not bad, I guess. What do you think?
No?
You like that one better?
Mm-hmm.
I do too, kind of. It's a little bit more sporty. Okay, well, there we go. That's the one where, wait, how about between that one and that one?
That one.
So this one here?
It just looks nicer.
Hey, YouTube watchers, do me a favor, comment down below. I'm gonna keep both of them for a couple of weeks. Can y'all tell me which one you think looks better and why? Could use a second, third, and 10th opinion. So that's tightened up. We got the washer on there in the back, then the nut. Tighten it down, have somebody hold the steering wheel while you tighten it down real good. Now this new center cap, it's interesting. It doesn't have any bolt holes. I guess it looks a lot cleaner that way, right? You don't have any hardware sticking out. And I was trying to think, oh, and it's just held on by an O-ring. It's a pressure fit. You see this black O-ring along the edge of it? That O-ring is a little bit of a pressure fit, holds it in there. So when you want to put it in, just get the O-ring a little bit wet, just like with a wet paper towel or something, so it slips in, and then kind of press it in along the sides. Don't use any tools or anything, 'cause it'll scratch up this leather. Then I was thinking, how do you ever get this thing out? I wouldn't want to put a pick or a flathead screwdriver on the side to pull it up. It's going to damage the leather. And I was looking, and I noticed these holes. That one, right there, right there, right there. And those holes go all the way through, as you can see. It looks like those are there so that you can put a little flathead or a tool or something in the back, maybe a pick, and push. And since the backing of this is metal, all you're doing is pushing on the metal and it'll pop out. That makes it a little bit easier, and it's a much cleaner fit. I do like the way they did that. We double checked center with the out drive, made sure that it's as centered as it possibly can be. And what we found out is this is not centered. This is not centered. This is about the closest centered as possible. It's really hard to tell until you're on the water, because the water is going to drag the out drive a little bit this way, a little bit that way, and you're going to compensate for it. So if it's any different once we get on the water, we can always move that center cap. So there you go, guys. That is how you change the steering wheel on just about any boat, but in this case, a Cobalt. There's the old steering wheel. Yeah, I do like this one. I don't know if it's easy to tell on the video or not, but this one looks awesome. It really does. Far better than the original one, in my opinion, but this one is a lot more modern. And I don't mind the yellow stitching as much as I thought I would. When you look at it as a whole, like when you're walking around in the back part of the cabin area here, it actually looks pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna hang on to the brown and white one for a couple weeks and see what you guys think, and see how this one continues to either grow on us, or maybe we'll end up hating it. In the meantime, hope this video is helpful. God bless you guys. Love y'all. See you next time. Oh, and there's the cover that comes with these new ones. I like it. I mean, we always keep our boat covered with the snap-on cover anyway, but that's kind of a nice touch. A little custom cover from Gussi Italia. Anyway, make sure to subscribe. Check out the other videos if you got other things you're curious about on boats. Maybe you like Land Cruisers. Who knows? A lot of cool videos on the channel. Anyway, see y'all next time. Bye-bye.